Okay, so for this episode of Dream Creatures, I wanted to do it a little differently. Since it's really difficult for me to get the pictures from the sketches that I do in my sketchbook in real life, I decided to do them digitally just to see if they come out better, and I think they will, obviously, since it's on the screen. So, shouldn't have any problems with lighting here. So, this first creature that I dreamt of, it was kind of like a space lobster, but it was kind of mutated. It had all these tentacles coming out of its head, and that's what it would use to feed on outer space microorganisms. And it was talking to me on this space station, and it was trying to get to Earth. And this is a profile view of it. It's kind of like a giant lobster, and it told me that it was like a reincarnated human, and God had punished it for having done bad deeds in the previous life. That's why I was stuck on that space station, always watching the Earth and longing for it. There's a lot more to that dream, but that's just basically the creature. And then the creature after that. Okay, so this was a really interesting creature. They were on this like uh, rock plain. Basically, it was all empty. There wasn't any uh, plant life that I could tell. And these creatures, they would get, they would stand in this area where there were a lot of thunderstorms, and they would get struck by lightning in this, um, the top thing over here, um, on their body, and then these two sphere-looking things on the side of their, on each side of their body, they would get charged and attracted to the middle thing, and then they would like magnetically connect, like it would open up, and then it's like they would have this charge, and then they had all these teeth that were like meant for rock grinding, and what they would do is like they would just sit there and wait to get struck by lightning, and after it struck them, it would get charged, and then it would cling together, and then they would start chomping down into the earth. It was really, really interesting. Very odd dream creature. And then there were these little guys. They were like these little, I don't know, I wouldn't even call them gremlins. They were just kind of chilling out in this giant's mouth, and they were just cleaning it. And here's a better picture of them. And they would uncork their head, and out of it there would be like a cleaning solution that they would use to clean out the inside of this giant's mouth. And their hands were kind of like Lego hands. So yeah, those were weird. And then there was this guy. I dreamt that there was this spirit goblin looking thing, and he was frantically working this sphere that had like different knobs and levers and switches, and he was like trying to manage controlling it. And what would happen is at the end of this sphere, it's that's where the outline of anything that you draw would come from. So this little goblin like lives on the in the micro universe of the tip of a pencil or a pen, and that's how the outline that comes out of a pencil or a pen comes out. So yeah, think about that next time you're drawing. So that's what I saw in that dream. And then okay, yeah, this was a very odd dream. This was probably the most abstract dream I've ever had. I dreamt that I was this a little green sphere, or a circle, I should say, because it was all two dimensional. I was basically viewing this dream the way that you're viewing it right now. Like it was all playing out in front of me, and I knew that I was this green little circle, and I was trying to get to this pink square, but there were all these gray squares in the way, and every time I would try to like go to the pink square, they would like block me. And then I had to kind of like stand back for a second and thought about it, and I went like, okay, I know, I'll just shrink myself so they won't notice me and go over to the square, and then we'll get away and then just leave them hanging. I just like, again, like I have no idea why I dreamed that, but it was just like the most abstract dream I think I've ever had. I'm working on an animation currently. That's also a very abstract dream, but I think this one was more so abstract. And then the next one, oh, okay. This one was really kind of fun and scary. So I was in a library, and then there was a book missing in the shelf. And there was like this kind of like jazzy, kind of like slow jazzy hip hop, kind of like lo-fi music playing in the background. And then when I put this book, in the missing place, this face appeared on like the covers of all the books, and it told me that it's only summoned when the books are placed on the bookshelf in the proper order, and it'll only appear if they're placed in the proper order while the music that was playing at that time was playing. And it told me that it would tell me a story, but I wouldn't understand it. So I asked for it to tell me the story, and the face on the books just started going like blah, 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 blah. And then when it was done, I was just like, "You're right. I have no idea what you just said." So that was pretty much it. Yeah, that's all the dream creatures I had for today. If you have any dream creatures you want me to draw, please let me know. I will do so. And that's it. Like and subscribe if you like this. And happy dreaming. Thank you.